So
You not putting
hold
that
on.
out?
I'm recording here. So Jordan Sheridan, passenger seat. Ty Bayless driving.
What's happening?
We're headed right there in front of us, Detroit. We just had quite the meeting. This is just for the members, but we just had quite the meeting. I won't say where, I won't say with who, but needless to say,
It's crazy.
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 And
It's crazy. Charlotte's Web crazy.
like,
If
I would
anyone
say,
know that, if anyone know that metaphor, what do they call it? Like a metaphor when people use like the Charlotte's Web? Psst, for real.
so the meeting was in relation to the Flint water crisis. The person, somebody very in the know,
Yeah.
and let's just say he or she was very free in what they told us.
Let's say this. They not going at the RT for nothing. Some of the reporting about Flint that RT's done, damn near on point.
So what we were told actually strengthens. So a little thing for the members, I'm always working on things behind the scenes in a more investigative capacity, which is difficult when you're also doing live streams every day and everything else we're doing to cover the day-to-day news. So I've been working on something that's about the origins of the Flint water crisis. Who is really behind this? Who really stood to benefit from this? You know, the official story isn't the true story. And shocker, in the United Corporations of America, there were corporations that stood to profit off of this. There were government officials that stood to profit off of this. There was a whole lot of people and entities that stood to profit off of this.
And that's why it's so tight-lipped, because they know if one go down, it's like a domino if somebody goes down, because one person can't go down solo. And the person we talk to ain't no just hack credible.
Yeah. So
Credible.
So the things that we were told strengthen a separate story I was working on, in which an official that frankly didn't realize that I was a journalist, so he was just speaking very freely, told me that a very powerful entity in the state of Michigan was really pulling the strings behind the scenes on the decision to go to the Flint River in the first place. So what this guy told me only strengthens and really makes, sometimes you have a story that's like, it's kind of like a dog with three legs. Like, technically it could walk, but it's not strong enough, you know? I had a story that wasn't strong enough on its own, and now with what I got from this person, woo! I don't want to minimize what we found on the water.
But I think that's why dude kept saying you're asking the right questions, and I almost thought, oh, you just noticed, you're just trying to confirm. And he was like, no, I don't.
Yeah, he kept, I already gave it away. He kept saying, they kept saying, oh, you already know the answers to this because you're asking the right questions. You probably just want it on the record. I'm like, no, I don't know all the answers. I think I know the answers, but Flint, and you just realized this, you just had your feeling when we got in the car saying this is like a fucking web, is how I first felt when I got to Flint.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about an onion of corruption. And by the way,
I'm sitting there like, that's how my mind works. When he's talking, I'm like, this is like a fucking movie. Like, I see it. I'm like, what in the hell?
But if you broaden this, it's not just Flint. This kind of corruption with private-public partnership corruption and privatization schemes gone wrong is happening all over this United Corporations of America. And this person gave us so much information. Some we'd have to verify, but others, I mean, this is not an activist. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
This is somebody. This is somebody in the know.
Yeah.
As far as
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So it's just unbelievable, and like, yeah, we're going back to cover like the debates and things like that. But like, I can't wait to get started on this because the corporate media might, like the water testing story where we proved that they were cooking the numbers on that, they might ignore it too. But I don't know. The stuff we found is pretty damn scandalous.
This shit starts like 2008.
Right.
This begins like 2008.
Right.
It's crazy.
So why can't, when you're recording video,
Chestnut, like,
why
flip
can't
it
I
over?
flip it?
I don't know.
That's a really bad thing.
Yeah.
So, bottom line, let's just say And this is always the tug of war, because like we want to cover all the happenings in Detroit and with the debate, but we also got to stay on the Flint story. So we took a side tour. So for example, we're an hour late now. We're going to be 45.
Yeah.
We're going to be an hour late to this event with Nina Turner, Cornel West, and Danny Glover.
Yeah.
So we might, by the time we show up, we might be like not able to get any interviews.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you got to make choices between like a real-time event for whether it's the debate or the campaign, and like doing something more investigative.
Yeah.
But I'm happy we did this, and we might go back and interview him for the documentary.
Yeah, this guy is. You can see, man. I've been paying attention to people. It's like I keep fucking up. The person kept like opening the cup and putting it down. Like it was real. You could tell like his nerves was like, you know what I'm saying?
And
I was like looking at his body language. He opened and shut his coffee cup at least 30 times throughout the time we was talking.
And towards the end, he basically said, "Can you believe this country? Like, can you believe that these are the people that get away with this?" He was basically saying, like, he used the phrase, this is the, to talk about all the entities that were in on this.
Yeah.
He kept saying, something like, "This is the club."
Exactly. I think to me, his entire just like when you would say stuff, it was like he would be sarcastic because he's like, "I already know." It was like nothing was really a surprise. He was like, "This is it." Like it's almost as if the system is working exactly how they want it to work, like exactly how they made it to work. You know?
But I was thinking this whole time, like, this is like what he's describing is better than any movie I've ever seen.
And it was very confident. Like you get very confident.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to follow up on a lot of the things he said, but
And honest, because there was even a lot of negatives about themselves that they brought out.
He was very honest, and he was even negative about some of the work he did related.
I guess we got
It's
past
a
that.
hit.
See?
So, but another thing you should know is it definitely is David versus Goliath, because like
For sure.
to do a story like this, we're going to be up against some serious fucking forces.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Look, when we were talking, this guy that just looked, he was like a bigger white guy, kind of like very pale when set 2 chairs down.
Oh, I thought he was listening to us.
Man, me too. I kept looking at him. I kept like, is he listening? And I kept looking, and it was like 3 times. I'm like, this dude could be listening, but then he like got up after a while because he was sitting there for a second, and we was getting a little. The guy was getting a little loud while he was talking. I'm like, is he sitting there for a reason? But I don't think he was, because he left too early.
Right. And by the way, this meeting we just had came after a meeting in the morning with, let's just say, government officials here.
Oh yeah.
That was also very eye-opening.
Yeah.
That meeting was related to our story on the state of Michigan cheating on the water testing.
Yeah.
And I came away from that meeting with a good feeling.
Uh-huh.
There was some new people we met with. This was tying to my second meeting
Yeah.
with the Attorney General's office. I'll just put it out there. There were some new people we spoke with, and these folks seemed to really get, unlike the media and other politicians when we were trying to explain, no, they cheated on the testing. I mean, one of the guys actually said, like, so you mean they might still be drinking poisoned water? I'm like, finally, somebody gets it.
Yeah.
So they seem to take a real interest in it, so we'll see what happens with that. But this is just for the members, and we will be reporting from the debates tomorrow and Wednesday.
Moved.
And then Ty will be in New York with me, so there will be a lot more content for the members. Now that Ty will be with me, we could come up with some more behind-the-scenes fun content for you. Peace.
Peace.